Today, Tesla takes a $23 million hit from Bitcoin. We dive into the company's second quarter earnings. Plus, speaking of Bitcoin, its recent rally might be thanks to Amazon. We'll explain why. And finally, the barbecue business is heating up as some of the biggest brands announce IPOs. I'm MacKenzie Sigalos, and this is CNBC After Hours. Stocks fell for the first time in 6 days. The Nasdaq was the worst performing index as investors wait and see what will happen with big tech earnings. Now, we did get a look at three of those big tech names today: Alphabet, Microsoft, and Apple. All of them brought in more money than Wall Street was expecting. Google saw advertising revenue jump nearly 70% since last year. For Microsoft, Windows revenue actually fell 3%. And for Apple, it sold nearly $40 billion worth of iPhones. But this is just scratching the surface of those earnings. You can read all about them at CNBC.com. We also need to talk about Tesla's earnings. Now, although the stock fell today, the company actually shared some positive numbers, like the fact that it had its first quarter with $1 billion in income. But on the crypto front, the news wasn't as good. The company reported a $23 million hit from Bitcoin. Our tech reporter, Lora Kolodny, can walk us through the data and what investors are watching next.
Tesla reported a great second quarter. It was the first time that their net income surpassed $1 billion. They did this by cutting a lot of costs. And to the bulls, that's the idea that their products are software defined. They can make shifts in other ways that other automakers wouldn't even try, replacing the semiconductors in some of their cars with different ones, rewriting the programming to allow that, and removing radar from their vehicles in North America. Previously, they had sold Bitcoin and it really contributed to their profits. That wasn't the case this quarter. This second quarter, they recorded a $23 million impairment. That means they lost some money on their remaining Bitcoin holdings. There's no regulation of cryptocurrency in the United States that requires companies to disclose each purchase or sale of cryptocurrency, whether that's Bitcoin or something else more experimental like Dogecoin. And so we don't know a lot about what they're doing. When are they buying? When are they trading? How much money are they making? We don't really know. Once a quarter, we get to see if it contributed to the bottom line or detracted. There were a lot of questions about the second quarter after Tesla weathered a number of recalls in the United States and China, this consumer and PR backlash in China. We're seeing all these trade tensions that are just stressing the supply chain for every hardware and automaker. And to see Tesla weather that, I think will give reassurances to the bulls that they're still right side of the trade. I think critics of Tesla are still wondering, can they make margins like this sustainably?
Okay, let's get to today's numbers round. We'll start with 40,000. Tesla might have made back some of the money that it lost in Bitcoin last quarter thanks to the digital currency's latest rally. Now on Monday, Bitcoin prices crossed the $40,000 mark for the first time since June, and the jump could be because of a news report claiming that Amazon was considering accepting crypto as a form of payment. Now Amazon ended up denying the claim, but it did say that it was still interested in cryptocurrency. Next, 19. We got some new data from the housing market, and it looks like the real estate boom might be fizzling out. Sales of new homes in June fell 19% from a year ago. Builders are canceling new projects to avoid sky-high material costs. And buyers, well, they just can't afford the homes that are for sale. Prices jumped 16% in the last year. Prospective buyers would rather keep the home they already have. And finally, 960 million. One space that is heating up is the barbecue grill business. Big brands like Weber and Traeger filed to go public this month. An online barbecue store, barbecueguys.com, is going public via SPAC. The deal values the company at more than $960 million. Weber, well, it actually generated $960 million in sales in 6 months. Get the latest details on Tuesday's market action by going to CNBC.com and downloading the CNBC app. That's it for After Hours. We'll be back here every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to catch us then.